start today's session. Okay, good evening all. So today we will understand, we will perform the lab of 8085. Okay. So yes, in our last lab session we have performed the program, that is to find out the smallest number, okay, among the block of number. So today we are going to perform a different kind of program that also involves the block of number. So before going to today's problem, I just want to know that one thing, that in our previous program that we have already performed, and you have already performed, we have already submitted documents. So just to remind you that you need to maintain the time frame. Okay, so so we are giving you assignment after completing this lab session. Okay, as this is not a one means direct communication is possible right now, so we have to go through this online session. So to properly evaluate you, we have to give you a proper time frame, and you have to follow that time frame. Okay, so from this onwards, in this kind of lab session, you, if you don't follow the time frame, okay, because I have seen many of you students have submitted the assignment of the lab in this Google Classroom a little late, but some of you make a huge late. Okay, so make Ratul, who is your seer, he has submitted on maybe 2 days before. Okay, so we have performed the lab on 23rd, but Ratul had somehow submitted on 27th, I think. So this kind of means negligence, we cannot bother.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, অনেক লেট হয়ে গেল স্যার।
Uh, so we have to means depend
আচ্ছা
on
ঠিক
many
আছে ঠিক
factors,
আছে
right?
চাপ নেই স্যার চাপ নেই ঠিক আছে
We cannot tolerate these things because we have to depend on different factors. There is internet issues, there is
ইয়েস স্যার ইয়েস
electricity.
স্যার
Okay, so in my room there
ইয়েস
is no electricity before some time. And how could I start it? So that's why I have and I have I
ওকে
have to
ওকে
take it.
ওকে স্যার নো প্রবলেম ওকে স্যার নো প্রবলেম
Yeah. Okay. So so there are actually not only I am facing the problem, I am facing this kind of things. We all are facing this kind of means difficulties, right? So if you are facing these kind of difficulties, you can also means while you are submitting your assignments, you can also mention. Okay, you can also think that maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes it is considerable, but 2 days late or more than 3 days late submission, we cannot tolerate. So from this session onwards, we are not able to sign or give mark to those applicants who are submitting their assignments very late. So my suggestion is that you just try to complete your assignments uh, within that stipulated time. And if you having any difficulties like technical difficulties, then while submitting that your assignment, you just write it down. And if it is seriously feasible for you, and we also think that it is okay, maybe 30 minutes, one
ও
hour
মা একটু
late,
জলের বোতল দিতে বললাম তো।
1 hour late it is considerable, but 2 day or one day late it is not totally not considerable. So just keep this thing in your mind, and we are evaluating by this process. Okay, so if you are missing each and every lab session like this, then how, you can think that how much marks you are summing up. Okay, so just we all understand that there are so many difficulties, but we have to carry out. Okay, so we have to win over this COVID-19. So our education cannot be stopped, right? So I'm very happy to see that more than means 46 students. Okay, so 46 participants are there. So BCS 2A batch, I really appreciate for this, because I'm also taking a class of BCS 2C. So I'm facing there some other problem regarding this attendance. So I really appreciate you all. So it is 47. So that's why I'm expecting that you all are doing good, and do your best. You're doing good. try to do your best. So okay, let's start today's topic. So so in this today's topic we will see that this is your problem statement, right? So in this problem statement you can see that it is written that write a program in 8085 to separate even slash odd numbers from a given list of numbers. Okay, so this is the problem statement. That means you are this is your input where you are giving us a list of numbers, and each and every number is associated with the memory address. Okay, so suppose I'm giving the input data 01, 02, 03 and 04 in the memory address from 2000, 2001, 2002 and 2003. So what is my output I am expecting? I am expecting from this block of data my program will check out which are the even number or which are the odd number. Okay, so let's take even number. Suppose I am so number 02 and 04 are even number. So 02 and 04, after execution of your program, it will be stored. Avik Mandal, Avik Mandal. Okay, after execution your program, these two data 02 and 04 will be stored at the location at your destination location. So in this figure you can see that I have taken your input number from this location 2000 to 2003, and I am sending out the even number in the location 2200 2200 onwards. Ovik Mandal, you are just disturbing not me, also the class also. So just see the status of your microphone. Sometimes it is on, sometimes it is off. So be careful. So okay, so
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
okay. So you understand the problem statement, right? So I am going to the next part, that is your logic statement. What is the logic in behind this? How to solve this problem? Okay, so to solve this problem, okay, so to solve this problem, you have to take care each and every number. So first, first, what is the what we are going to perform? We are going to perform that I am taking the first number into a register A. So I am taking the first number from that block of data into a register A. Then I start my job. Okay. So how to find a even or odd number? So basic concept of finding even and odd number is very simple. We have to check out the last digit number D0, and when if that digit is 1, that means the number is odd. If the digit is 0 or uh, 0, because we are dealing with binary bit 1 or 0. If the digit is 0, that means the number is even. Okay, so we don't know the what is the content of the accumulator while we are taking out the first number into accumulator. Okay, so whatever the content of accumulator, we have to AND the data 01 with that data. Means we have we can do, we can perform the AND operation. Okay, we can perform the AND operation. So and we are doing a AND operation 01 with the given data. Okay, so 01 is multiplied with the whatever the data accumulator is holding. So I am giving here you can see the example. So accumulator is suppose holding a 04 data, that is equivalent to this combination, binary combination. So I am ANDing with 01. So ANDing with 01 gives you all 0. Okay, ANDing with 01 will give you all 0. All 0 means your D0 bit is 0, right? So ANDing with 0 means you get 0, because you can see that from the bit number D7 to D1 you are ANDing with 0. So bit number D7 to D1, all bits will be 0. But which bit we are hitting here, or we are targeting? We are targeting the bit number D0. So bit number D0, whether it is 1 or 0, I have to check out this. So I have to multiply 1 with that bit number D0. If a bit number D0 is 1, say for this example, so I am getting 1 in my output. So when you are doing AND operation with accumulator data, after AND operation, whichever what is the result? The result is 0 0 in case of number is even, and 0 1 in case of number is odd. The result is fixed, right? And that result is stored into accumulator. So this is what we are doing. We are doing AND operation, and by ANDing the 0 1 with the accumulator, we can get two values with 0 0 or 0 1. If it is 0 0, that means the number is the accumulator content, that content is even. If it is 0 1, then the content is odd. So this is simple. So you can understand. So how to understand that what the content of accumulator is even or odd? We have to just multiply 0 1 with the accumulator and check the result whether the result is 0 0 or 0 1. So how to check this result whether it is 0 0 or 0 1? So for checking purpose, we know that jump on 0, jump on no 0, these two instructions are there. So we have to take help of jump of 0 and jump on no 0, these two instructions. Okay, so this is the problem statement and this is the logic. So you understand the problem statement, you have to find out the even number from a set of numbers. Okay, and you understand the logic, how to we can find out a number is even or odd. Okay, so next is the data, user data grid. So next is your user data grid. So here as you already performed one experiment in that 8085 simulator, you know that user data grid, okay, you if you want to give your attendance, not right now, after performing the lab copy, you have to attend it. Don't give your attendance right now, because it will not be counted, because it is just a starting of your lab. So whenever in case of our direct lab experiment, lab experiment, you also give your attendance at the end, right? So once you complete your lab, then you can give. No, not, I can't allow you right now. Okay, so please wait.
Hello, sir.
If you have any question,
Hello.
then please, I suggest to write it
Sir,
down in the chat box, right?
sir, some students are waiting in the lobby, sir.
Okay,
They are
okay,
not joined.
okay. I just make them join. Okay. So I will take your attendance after completing the lab session, not right now. So don't write your ID right now. Okay. So what I'm saying that in the simulator, you can see that in the simulator there is a user data grid. Okay. So user data grid, that they will contain the same thing as our previous program. Okay. So that means the first value is your block size, number of total numbers, your block of data size, right? So 8000 location will contain the block size, then your block of data from 8001 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 data are there. Okay, now so this is your user given data. Now your destination. So from this data, this 6 data, you have to find out which one is even or odd, right? So can you tell me in this chat box which one is even? So you can see that B2 is even, right? 2B, is it even or odd? 2B, B is actually your 11. So 11 means your last D0 bit 1, so it is odd. But AA is a even number. Okay, FA is a even number. So this is even number. Double A is a even number. B2 is a even number. Okay, so 1 2 3, 3 are even numbers. Okay, so this is your user grid, and among them we can see, but program cannot see. Okay, so we have to write the code and write the logic. So from viewing this number, I can see that there are three even numbers. Okay, so you have to write your code in such a way that address 5000 will contain the value of total number of even number found. Total number of even number found. So here you have to, means your program will give you output as 03. This is program output. Okay, so this is 03. This is your program output. This is not your given data. This is your program output, right? So program output will be like this: 03 here, because there are only three numbers, three even numbers. Then from the location 9000, 9001, 9002, 9003, there are initially these will be all 00, because you can set it in user grid that all data in this location, because you are handling with 6 numbers, that means maximum you can get 6 even numbers. So I have selected from 9001, 0 to 1 2 3 4 5. So these 6 memory locations to store maximum 6 numbers that you are handling. Okay, so initially it is 00 and it is also 00. So this is also program output part and this is also program output part, right? These all are part of your program output, right? So you can see that after execution of your program, this will change to 3 and this will change to first first even number that is found, that is B2, second even number that is found, that is double A, and third even number that is found, that is FA, right? So it should be changed like this, right? So you have to write your program in such a way that you can see after execution the count of total even numbers coming at the location 5000 and to each and every even numbers from the location 9000 onwards. Okay, so you understand the total program statement, the logic. Okay, so to make it more easy, so I have not changed the user data grid, so I have just continuing the previous grid. So 6 block size 6 data, right? And you have to set the counter value in such a way that it will count how many even numbers you found in among this block of data, and your this location onwards 9000 will contain each and every even number. So now you just try to write your program table. Okay, before writing program table, I'm just suggesting you these steps in that program table. So before writing the program table, so what steps you will follow? So just try to remember in the previous lab what we have done. So we have done that from the previous lab also. 8000 is your starting memory location of the user data grid. So you are taking that 8000 into a register pair. Okay, then you are taking the destination. This is your destination block. You have to take this thing also a register pair. So you are taking this thing also a register pair. Okay, so this is two register pair I have used. Then what you need? You need a counter. You need a counter that will count this count value, right? So here you are using say register B. I'm writing the program accordingly. So I am taking this counter value B, register B will contain the total number of even number that I will find out. Okay, and there is also another counter, right? So that counter is register C, that will count how many data are there in this register, in this block of data. Okay, so that means I have in the initialization part, what I have to do, I have to initialize HL with this location 8000, because HL is the source register, source of data. Okay, DE I have set as destination register pair at the 9000. So I have set this register B 00. This register will contain the value of total even number. Then I have taken another register, so you can see that HL used, DE used, so you have only BC. So I have taken B here and C here. Store the number of elements in register C. Okay, store the number of elements in register C. So you are dealing with 6 numbers, so 6 will store into 6 C, register C. Then you have to increase your HL pair so that you can come to the next location, just as similar to the previous program. You come to the next location, and from next location you take this data into accumulator. You can see where I have taken the data in the accumulator. I have a purpose why I am taking accumulator, because AND operation ANI instruction, that is AND operation, is ANDing with the accumulator only. Okay, so if I take other register here, so if I move the next data, that is your next data, to other register, then it will not work properly. So I have to move that data into register A. So I am moving that data into accumulator. Then what I have to do, I have to perform the AND operation. Okay, after doing the AND operation, I have to check whether it is even or odd. So my target is finding out the even number. Okay, so first you find out the even number. So if it is not even number, then what I have to do, I have to go to the next number. I have to go to the next number. So if it is not even number, I am checking in this step 6. So if it is odd number, then I am jumping in the steps 10. That means just decrement the counter value C. So counter value C means here the total block size. C contained your block size. So okay, so your block size, so you just decremented that C value and you check whether it is 0 or not. If it is not 0, that means there are some data are there, we have to check out whether even or odd. So if it is not 0, then jump to the step 5. Step 5 means you have to go to the next location, increase the HL pair, then take the data or make that copy of the data to accumulator and perform the same operation. So this condition is if it is odd. Okay, so this condition is if the number is odd. If the number is even, Rahul Singh, do you have any question? Because you are trying to annotate, you try to annotate. Okay, so if you have any question, you just write it down in the chat box. Okay, I can see that. Two participants are in this. Okay, I'm saying. Okay, very good. So half century is done. 50 total 50 candidates in this session. Okay, so if it is odd number, then I have to go to the next number and check it is. Then I have to check the same thing, the even or odd. But if it is even number, so after this operation, if I found that number is even, then I have to store it to the location 9000, right? So if it is odd, it is going to step number 10, else it is going to step number 8. In the step number 8, what I have to do, I have to, so you can see that here, you can also see that one thing, that after AND operation, after AND operation, initially accumulator will contain your targeted data, first target data. Then you are doing AND operation. Then after AND operation, your accumulator data is modified. So it is not now holding your target data. Okay, so okay, and there is a question. Okay. Uh, okay.
Sir, you asked us to store the even number, right?
Even, yes.
Uh, Starting from the 9000 memory address.
Yes.
But in the instructions, I think you have written that we're gonna store the odd numbers. Can
No,
you please check?
it is in the problem statement. It is written like this: even or odd. So there is also a purpose why I have written this like this, even or odd, means at a time not even not odd. So in the first program I am showing the even, how to take out the even number. In the second program I show you how to take out the odd number. Then if it is possible, then I'll merge and show you how to take out even and odd separately in a two different locations.
But we are gonna store the even numbers in memory address starting from 9000
Yes, yes.
in this program.
For this one, for this first you have to move the even numbers to the 9000 location onwards. Okay, okay. So so what I am here, right? I am here. And so you can see that you have, so first targeted data, your first target data. So if I say that here first target data is 85. So when you store the 85 into accumulator here, so after AND operation your accumulator data is modified. So that means you cannot store the accumulated data into the targeted location 9000 if it is even number, right? So that means you have to you have to get the number, original number from the HL pair. Okay, so that means your HL pair at that time storing the original number. So you have to get the number in accumulator. So it is not written here from where that it should be, it should be from, it should be from HL, it should be from HL. You understand why I'm writing HL? So you have get the number in accumulator from HL, then you have to store the number into memory location that is pointed by the D location. Okay, so you are getting so first you are, suppose I am showing just for first two numbers. So first you are taking this number 85 and ending it operation, then you are getting it is the odd number, so you are going to the next number, your so next number, that is B2. When you are ending B2 with 01, so finally what you will get, you will get 00. So 00 you don't want to store into 9000, you want to store B2. So that B2 will be pointed out by the HL, so that HL value you have to take out. So from HL value you have to move the data to this location 9000. So you can help, you can take any instruction for this purpose. So once you done get that number in D, then you have to increase the, then you have to increment that memory location, so that you can store the next even number to the next memory location. Otherwise the same location it will be replaced, so you lost your data. So in this way you can move forward. Also also there is one another point, that register B. So you have to increment D as well as register B also, register B, because when you found a even number, the initially B is 0, so you found one first even number, B should be 01. If you found second even number, B should be 02, in this way. So here you have to increment D as well as register B. So this way your program will run continuously run each and every iteration and check each and every number and store if it is even, and overlook it if it is odd. So I think it is clear to all you, the logic, the algorithm and the set of data. Okay, so you can store this set of data in your copy right now. So just store this table so that you can match after execution. You can store this block of data and write your code, write your program table, right? That program table you need to uh, take a snapshot and upload it. So that's why I'm saying you have to just start your writing program table. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so you just I hope you have written something in your program table. So just make just this is the program that I that is the program to find out the even numbers and the count that number, how many numbers are even. Okay, so so what according to my logic, what I have written. Okay, so you can see that uh, you can see that I have taken the starting address. I have taken the starting address 2000. Okay, and I have taken the user grid 8000, that is your 06, 8001, that is your 85, 8002. So that set of data I have taken here. So after one line, I just entered here 5000 manually, and in the data part I have entered 00. Then I just make, after one line I just after one line, then I have entered the next location, my target location. So target location 9000, then I, after manually I have to enter, so I can also change that of 5000 or 8000. Okay, so I have make it, I make it 9000, I make it 9000. Okay, so 9000, and after entering the address in the data part I have given 00 so onwards all these memory location containing 0. So I have taken 3 6 7. Okay, you can maximum you can take 6 location. I have taken one more that. Okay, so this is your target memory locations. This is where you store the total number of even number, and this is your user data. Okay, so 8000 is your count value, and these are the 6 data. Okay, so you can see that 85. So as I have shown you in my table, data table, 85 is twice there, so I maintain same thing here. Okay, so this hex code grid, you can see that because I have already executed the program, that's why you can see initially you cannot see that hex code grid. Okay, so you don't need to change the clock frequency. So I have taken whatever the clock frequency is there, I have taken that clock frequency. So I am not changing the clock frequency. Okay, so according to that logic algorithm, just step by step you can visualize that what I have written in that algorithm part. First you have to locate the 8000 in HL pair, so LXI H 8000 H. Then you have to locate your target location 9000 in a another register pair, so LXI D 9000. Then you have to take help of a register that will contain the total number of even numbers. So I have taken that as a register B, initialized with 00. Then what I have to do, I have to copy the count value to register, some register. So only C register is there left, so I have used HLDEB. So I have taken here C. So I am moving the content 06 from 8000 to C. Okay, you understand how it is moving the data of 8000 to C. So after that, what I have done, you don't see this L2 right now, so just initially there is no L2. So after that, what I have done, I have uh, I have to increase the I have to go to the next location. So INXH, I am so currently I am at the next location. Then I have to take the data, next location data, to accumulator, right? So reason I have already told you, why accumulator. So so I am moving the data into accumulator. Then what I am doing, I am doing AND operation. So the data that I am ending with accumulator is 01, always 01 for checking even and odd number. Okay, logic I have already told you. So after that, what this line, I have taken help of jump on 0. Okay, so jump on 0 means what it will do. No, I have to take help of jump on 0 or jump on no 0. So if I take jump on no 0, okay, suppose if I take jump on no 0, then what it will do, if the result is not equals to 0, that means your number is odd number, then your program sequence will go to the, so your program sequence, what program sequence will do, go to the next number, right? So your program sequence will go to the next number. So if it is jump, if I write j and z, if I take the help of j and z, then if I take the help of j and z, then I am sending my program sequence, because j and z will give you which result? The result for jump on no zero, that is your odd number. Okay, so j and z L1, I am just keeping that data. Keeping that data means I am decrementing the c, that count value, by 1, right? Then I am checking that count value is 0 or not. It is not 0, that means there are some others number I have to check, I have to cross check that is this number is odd or even. So I have to go back. So I am sending the program sequence to this step, L1 step. Okay, so here L1 step, you can see L1 is DCRC, and then I am checking the whether it is 0 or not. If it is not 0, then I have to go to the next location value. So I am sending the program sequence to L2. So L2 is your L2 is position, where is your L2? So L2 should be your at this next location. So here I am writing the L2 right now. L2, then colon, space. So this way I complete the L2. Then so I have taken the case for when the number is odd, I have to skip. So when the number is even, so then what I have to do, then your jump on no zero will not be means it will not pass, it will not correct, it will not give you a correct result. Jump on no zero, so it is not jumping to L1. So what is it is doing? So it is actually incrementing. So it is not jump on no zero, means you are getting the result as after AND operation you are getting the result 0. So 0 means this number is even number, so you have to increase the count value. So I am increasing the count value b, and I am moving the number that is stored by the m location is where? M location is currently M location is 8001, first number. So I'm moving the first number to accumulator. Then I have to write the data into target location 9000. So staxd. So I'm doing staxd. So the data is written at this location. Then after writing this location, I have to go to next location, so that next data can be written to the new location. So I am increasing the INXD. So this is a register pair. So INXD. Then it will also decrease the counter value and check whether it is 0 or not. After that it will go to, one second, someone is okay. So after that it will check it is 0 or not. If it is not 0, then it go to the continue the iteration. Okay, so after all completing all the iteration, okay, after completing all the iteration, that means your all the even numbers are in these locations reached. Then but your content of register B is in the register B, that count value you have not sent that value to memory location 5000. So that's why you have to take that value to accumulator, and then you have to shift the data into 5000. So you are shifting the data into 5000 by STA instruction. Okay, so this is actually your code. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 17 lines code is there, you have to write. Okay, so after this, if I save the this thing, so if I execute, first I execute. So you can see after execution there are many changes. First changes here it is the total t state is 380 and your machine cycle is 103. That means your program for this set of given data taken total 103 machine cycles, that is equals to 380 is t state. Okay, and what is your result? Your result is, so you have already seen that from that table there are three even numbers. So B2, then AA, then FA. So these three numbers are coming in these three locations, and the count value is now at location 5000. Okay, so this is the program. So if you have any question, then can ask me in the chat box. So when you write your own program, means in the simulator, when you execute, you can get your hex code. So that's why I have written in the chat box that no need to write hex code right now. Okay, so once you execute your own program, you can see your hex codes in your laptop or desktop. From there you can write it. Okay, so that is first point. And second point is, just to confirm me, is it clear? You understand the program? Suppose I'm changing the data FA. Okay, so I'm changing the data FA to A0. So 0 also a even number. So I am saving the data, saving the program, then again execute. So you can see that A0 is at the location 9002. So and count value is same. Okay, now if I change the data, suppose I'm changing this data to 84, so it is also a even number, and I'm saving the saving program and again execute. So you can see 84 then A0. So count value has changed to 4 and the other 4 numbers. Okay, okay. Now, so you just confirm me that, so that I can go to the next logic. So it is all clear, right? You understand the program, right? How to check output in Android version. Okay, to check the output in the Android version, those students, okay, so that will be discussed after this part, right? So so those students who are using on Android version, then just wait and see the things that is going on in this simulator. I mean, if it is possible to manage to install this thing in your laptop or PC, you just try. Okay, so after this, I just one logic I have to change uh, to work this program to fetch the odd number. Okay, one logic I have to check here. Here what is I am doing, I am checking that if the number is odd by this instruction, whether a number is odd or even, it is checking in this program by this instruction. So J and Z, that means it will result a odd number. So I am when I am getting an odd number, I am just skipping this number, because my interest is to find out the even number during this program. If the program statement is just reverse, you have to fetch the odd numbers and count the odd numbers. Then you have to change, means you have to just change this code, because in that case you need to skip all the even numbers. So even numbers will come when you change J and Z to JZ. That means what is happening here, after AND operation, if you are getting a all 0, means 00, so that means the number is even, so you are skipping that number. Okay, so you are not interested in that number, so you are skipping the number and just decrement the counter value and check whether counter is 0 or not, and go to the next number. Okay, so by this change, if I save the code and execute, so you can see that what I have what the program execution gives you result, the 5000 is 02. That means the program has found two odd numbers. So obviously 9000 and 9001 is the odd number, so you don't need to check 9002, 3 onwards memory location, because how many numbers you have found? Two numbers, so you have to check only two memory locations. So first memory location 85. So 85 is the odd number. Next odd number it has found 2b. 2b. B is a odd number. Okay. না না অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা জাস্ট এই প্রোগ্রামের পার্টটা হয়ে যাবে, তখন আমি বলবো, আমি যখন বলবো তখন অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা দেবে। আর 5 মিনিট। ওকে হ্যাঁ, জাস্ট আমি প্রোগ্রামে জাস্ট চেঞ্জটা তোমরা জাস্ট একটু নোটিস করো যে ইন দি প্রিভিয়াস যখন when we are trying to find out the even number set, we are skipping the odd numbers by writing this logic JNZ. JNZ means the statement will check whether the content of accumulator is zero or not. So when it is not zero, then it will skipping the value, skipping these 3 steps. Okay, you can understand these 3 steps and just going to the this line where the count value is decremented and going to the next data. So it will give you the even number because you are skipping the odd number. And how to skip the even number so that you can get the odd number? So this JZ, that means now if the accumulator content is 00, that means the initially a content of accumulator is the even number, then you are skipping these 3 lines, intermediate lines, 1 2 3 4 4 intermediate lines, and going just keeping and just decrementing your count value and going to the next number. Okay, so that thing will give you the odd number. If this must change, you have to do just one line code is change. If you change, and you will get the result. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, so you just right now you just write down your ID here in the chat box and try to complete the assignment. Okay, you can go to the Google Classroom and see the assignment. Okay, assignment is just same as previous. You have to execute your program in the simulator and write the program table and upload it. So just finish this task, writing your ID.
Sir, we have to write both the program